I don't know, like, she's out there. You're the Florida version of Sex in the City, JD.
That's when I was smoking my cigar.
Don't be an asshole today.
Are you there?
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay. How you doing?
Good.
Just waiting on JD.
No problem.
Freaking rock stars, man.
I just, I saw the list on Compass's website, and I wasn't aware that she was going to be there singing.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. I think she's doing it with full band, so
Oh,
it should be pretty good. I'm actually
Cool.
excited. I
Cool.
hope we have good weather.
Yeah, it would be nice.
Yeah.
That would be a plus.
Yeah. Right now it snowed today. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting out of here.
When do you head out?
Monday.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm super stoked, like, to get to be back in Florida, see the folks.
That's nice.
That's you'd think.
Much needed break.
Yeah, and the thing is, we're getting some work done here, getting painted, and I don't do well. I don't do well with that kind of thing. So my wife will be, taking everything down and getting it ready. And but we found this amazing handyman, and I'm gonna sound politically incorrect, but his name is Dave the Gay Handyman.
Okay, that's awesome.
And so, like, I just go, "Hey, Gay Dave," like his Gay Dave, like, come on. So that's his Instagram, Dave the Gay Handyman. But he was over today prepping and stuff, and we had like such a blast. He's such a cool dude.
That's nice.
He's like my age, and he's like, he was wearing shorts.
In the snow?
He was wearing shorts. I was like, okay. But yeah, he seems like he's gonna be great. So he's doing a few extra things around. He's doing some work in the kitchen. He's doing some work in the attic.
That's good, because real painters want an arm and a leg. So
he was so reasonable. And like I said, he's super cool. He's really nice. He was so easy to talk to. We were chatting the whole time he was prepping today. And I think it's, I mean, if I wasn't going away, it probably wouldn't be bad, because it's him, and it seems like he's a good fit. But I'm not good with the upheaval. I stress about cats. I stress about, like, something dripping on the floor and being everywhere. So for his benefit, this is probably going to work out good.
Good.
And my wife is a project manager by nature, so
That's perfect.
exactly, this is why the market works. The last time I was gone, we had some work done too, and it was major. So it worked out really, really good.
Sounds like you're planning it that way now.
Yeah, now she goes, "I'm going to send you away because we need the downstairs painted." It's like, it's not even a question. Like, this is what we're going to do. So it's like, it's fantastic. But and then she'll, like, FaceTime me or whatever and show me how it's going. I'm like, I don't want to see it until everything's gone. Come on, you can come in. Come on, you can come in.
I used to have cats. I used to have cats until my youngest daughter was born, and then we realized when she was 2 that she's allergic.
Oh man.
So yeah, I'm a really cat person at heart, but now I have dogs.
Oh, well, you got to have something, right?
Yeah.
We have to have things. We have so much love. We just have to have things. My girl cat is a lot more. She's a lot younger than my big boy, and so she doesn't ever settle down. Like, she's just.
I miss cats.
She's 3. I'm just watching her walk on the back of chairs right now. What are you gonna do? Okay. Why don't you go find your brother?
Beat him up a little bit.
Yeah, he's like 10, and he's always sick. There's always something wrong with him. He just got over, like, a cat pneumonia,
Mm,
It was like, oh my God, he was like snuffling and snot was everywhere. And he was
yeah.
just lethargic. He wouldn't eat. And the only way to get him medication was in his food. And he
Mm,
had like no appetite. So we had to
yeah.
start using the syringe. And
I hate
yeah,
that boy.
like 10 days, he was just kind of like a mess.
Yeah.
And he was like, he was on something before that for over grooming.
Hmm.
He's a big Mancoon and he's
Hmm.
40.
Those are
And
big.
yeah, he
Yeah.
was just getting hot spots like all over from
Oh,
licking
yeah.
and trying to
Mm,
pull his hair out. So we tried a whole bunch of different things. And I mean, like for 2 years, we've been trying to find the right thing, to get him
yeah.
to stop. And this doctor recommended this new drug or whatever, and we put him on it. It was liquid. We were like, oh, this is great. And it had immunosuppressant in it, and we didn't realize that. And he always has some kind of like a flu, like a cat flu dormant in his system.
Okay.
And we weren't aware that the drug had, the immunosuppressant in it. And the next thing you know, we had to take him off of that, get him better, and
Mm,
put him back on steroids, because that's really so far the thing that's worked the best. Oh, here she is. Okay. Where do you want to be? Please figure it out. She wants to be cleaning herself behind the computer. Okay. That's going to sound amazing. So, all right, Jay is, I think she kind of like maybe got stuck in traffic. Okay, she got the text that the email is
That's
there.
okay. I'm at work anyway, so
You
I got
are
stuck at
working?
work. I got
Oh,
stuck
you
at work.
were, okay.
No,
She,
I'm good though. It's after. I'm done now, but I'm
she's,
at work.
yeah, she's got the day job, and the rock
Mhm.
star dreams at night. And, so
Hey, you gotta give it to her. You can never give up on your dreams, right?
no, that she will chime that in your face for as long as you know her. And
Mhm.
it's funny because the thing is, this is how we met. Like like years and years ago, like 2006, 7, around then, we were doing Fort Lauderdale Pride. Back
Okay.
then it was at what is now, I think they do it at Jaco Pastorius Park, but back then we would do it at War Memorial, and it was great. And we were doing a lesbian lounge podcast, me and my friend, and we were getting all these, gigs and stuff. So we
Mhm.
actually would introduce JD. And so then, we were kind of like getting familiar, because every year we would
Yeah.
introduce her.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we started having her on the show, and driving her crazy. Like we used to crank call her and stalk her, like call her while she was in Target and put her on the podcast and stuff. But yeah, we just became like really good friends. And then when Donna couldn't do the podcast anymore, I took like a nice break, and
Mhm.
I was like producing other people's podcasts,
Yeah.
because like I know when we were starting out, I mean, man, we would have killed for somebody to help us, So
Yeah.
I was doing that, and I was putting their shows on our stream because we had built-in listeners, and it was fun. And then, like during the pandemic, JD called and said, "Can you do podcast?" I was like, "Yeah, I guess we could." And we struggled a little bit. Like the first year, we didn't know what to do and how, what to call it. We were doing the Whiskey Rock Lounge, and we
Mhm.
were doing whiskey tastings, and we had a mixologist on.
Oh,
But
cool.
that's hard. Like that doesn't translate as a
Yeah.
podcast.
Mhm.
So we like turned our focus, and I was like, I think like the best success that I've had, as a podcaster, was to shine the light on businesses that
Mhm.
need help, or projects, not just,
Yeah.
businesses, but anything, books, authors, music, you know um content creators,
Yeah.
anything that needs a boost, because that was all we ever looked for,
Yeah. I
that
love that.
we just built a lot of success on doing that. I
Mhm.
mean, back then I was featuring like lesbian bars, because there were some.
Yeah. I was about to say there's
Yeah,
nothing now. Nothing.
now, yeah.
It's so
So
sad, isn't it? That's like really
it's
sad.
nuts. It's absolutely nuts. Like
It's definitely a sign of the time, though. Like
yeah,
just the way people interact now is not the same.
it's not. Everything
Yeah.
is, internet based, and dating apps, and TikTok stalkings, and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
it's weird. But I always think, like, for somebody, I have so many friends that are filmmakers, and web series creators and stuff like that. And it's like they just get marched over, they can never get funding. And
Yeah.
when they finally do, like, to get the word out, they have no money left to do any kind of advertising or stuff.
Yeah.
I always feel like, by doing that, you're at least, a couple hundred, maybe 1,000 people get to see it, whatever, and maybe
Yeah,
get the word out. So
absolutely.
yeah,
I,
that's
I love the way what you're doing, because that's so true. Everything that you're saying is just so true.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
really, really hard to get any traction on a project, especially,
Yeah.
like, I feel like everything is clicky too, like authors.
Oh, I can't believe you just said that. That's like that's my main like problem with everything. Everybody is just so clicky all the time. I don't know why that
It's
is.
funny. It's like, authors are a clique,
Mhm.
like they're usually on the same circuit and doing panels and speaking. And then you have like, filmmakers are their own breed. Like they understand. That's my cat's whisker.
I was like, is there something wrong with my screen?
No, that's her.
Yeah.
Don't chew on the corner. Come on. Okay. There you go. Yeah, no, nothing going on.
But I
It's
think they're
like,
clicky because they're comfortable in that circle.
and they know each other, and they work with the same publishers and they do the same festivals, and that one's tough, like that. That's a tough one. I put out 3 books, and I still don't feel comfortable, like I still don't have any author friends because I didn't use the same publisher as everybody else did.
Yeah.
So it was, I felt like a little bit of an outcast, but that's the thing. Like I guess like every creative has their people, and that's their comfortable circle. Sometimes it's actually hard, to find guests. And do you want to come and say hi? Is that what you want? Do you want to come and say hi? And I know if I like go to pick her up, she'll take off. So I'm gonna look like a jerk. She's like, oh yeah, you were just upstairs leaping. As soon as she hears talking, she's so nosy.
Yeah.
But she didn't come out when Gay Dave was here. She doesn't.
His voice,
The
maybe you
man
don't like the
voice.
voice. Yeah.
Yeah, the man voice is not cool. She just hides the whole time. Actually, anybody different. We were gone for Thanksgiving. My wife and I went back to Florida for like just a quick week, and my friend stayed here, and she never saw the cat.
Oh my
10
God.
days. She's like, I know she's eating her food,
Oh,
her food's
man.
gone. I know she's pooping and everything, but she's not coming out and being friendly. I'm like, sorry.
A lot of cats are that way. Yeah.
Yeah, very attached and selective, I guess is the best word.
Yeah.
Kind of like authors, lesbian authors. All right, here's Jay. Let's let her in. Dun dun dun. She'll do a lot of fussing. There you go. There we go.
Oh, sorry I'm late.
That's okay.
We're catching up.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Deborah.
You too. You too.
Jay, you all right? What happened there? Stuck in traffic?
I'm good. Yes, traffic. Oh gosh, yeah, coming home. Thank you for checking. Yes.
Looking forward to that.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And
Yep.
you know what? I thought I left early enough too, but apparently not.
It's never early enough. Should just take Wednesdays off.
I have the train and the bridge to deal with. So
Oh yeah, it's true.
always one of those 2 things. So yeah.
So
But
Molly,
but here I am.
Here you are. So Deborah and I were just talking about how you and I met because of Prides. So they're special. Like I was so psyched when she said that, she's doing Pride and everything. And I looked at the dates and I'm like, I'm gonna be home. I'm gonna be home.
Me too. I'm so excited.
And this is like my favorite. Like this is my favorite one. Deb, you guys said that you do this one too. Like this is,
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's because it's so special. It's so cute.
Yeah. I really, it's very well run.
Yeah.
Very well
Yeah.
run. Yeah. It's
thing.
seamless, so that's a big part of it too.
So I guess we need to put that out there. So Deb runs Same Apparel clothing.
Mhm.
And I found you by relentlessly stalking on Instagram. But I just think that it's clever because you have like the little long thing over the A, and it's a
Yes.
clever name.
Yeah, our
Yeah.
logo is it's a play on the phonetic spelling of the word same. So it's pronounced same. A lot of people want to say Sam. So I have a lot of people who like our stuff that are named Sam, which we love all Sams. We love all Sams,
That's
but
funny.
it's really pronounced
Same.
same, you know, yeah.
Right. And you're not local, so you're coming from far to do
That's
this
right.
festival. So you're coming from Jersey?
We're out of New Jersey. Yes, we're out of New Jersey. And every year, I mean, we've only been around since 2020. So, but I actually created this back in 2005.
Oh,
And yeah, I had this going in 2005 and I really, I kind of let it go and I really should have kept pushing, but I just, I kind of let it go and let it sit for a while. And then, and that's a lot of years between 2005 and
yeah.
2020. So,
Yeah.
I'm not a mathematician, but I think it's about 15 years.
Yeah, right?
But yeah, and then my oldest daughter was like, she was, sorry about that.
That's okay.
She said to me, Mom, why aren't we doing anything with this? Like, what are you doing? So I was like, yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe, since it's the end of the world, I mean, it is 2020 and
Right.
everybody thinks they're going to die. So I think it's either now or never, right?
Let's take a shot.
Right.
That's
So then
funny.
we started with trying to push the festivals,
Yeah.
trying to get our name out there with the festivals. And Florida, the Palm Beach one was one of the first ones we did, but it turned out, I mean, we've done a lot of them all over New York, we've done LA. That one's my favorite because of the way it's run. So, and the people are just really welcoming.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I got a lot of people that kind of like look for us now. So that's good.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's
That is
crazy
awesome.
that you started this like during the pandemic, because how difficult, like a lot of festivals just didn't happen.
Yes. They
Um,
were, and I think a lot of that has to do with where they were in Florida,
Yeah.
So, the mask mandates were one of the first to be thrown out the window down there,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
so they were like, we're doing it. And I
Right.
was like, okay, let's go. Cause I'm all in,
That's awesome. That's so awesome. So does your daughter help you and come to the festivals? And
Yes, she flies in. Right now she's in her last semester and she's in Los Angeles right now.
okay.
So she's in her last semester out there in college, and she usually flies out wherever we are. So she flies in to do it with me.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah, and she's
That's
a
great.
big help. She's definitely a big help. It's more of a family business type thing, but you know, it's hard when you got a small business, and
Oh, yeah.
also it's, people think that, oh, this is a business and they have a ton of money to do this and that, and it's not like that at all.
No,
So
no.
I have to work still. I have my own
Yeah.
job.
Mhm.
I'm also doing this on the side. So yeah, we put a lot of effort, blood, sweat, and tears into it. And
Yeah, and it literally is your free time.
yeah,
Like that's what's always amazing to me. Like Jay, I was saying how, you still have a day job or whatever, and you make your evening gigs and everything, and it's like
Right.
the juggle, it's a struggle, but it's also a juggle. And I remember that when I was working, I was doing such intense, I was a case manager that had to make sure that people on disability were getting paid,
Mhm.
and so it wasn't like, but I used to I used to actually get in trouble at work for doing personal business at work.
yeah.
Almost got
Right.
fired. I almost got fired a couple times. But like you just, it's a hustle, man. It's a side hustle.
Really is.
And it takes up every minute of your spare time, where people are like, oh, let's go out for lunch. Oh, let's go do this. Oh, let's do some shopping. Let's do our laundry.
Yeah.
Like, no, man, it's like, I got
Right.
There's no money for that.
yeah. It's tough. It really is. But I think your stuff is so like smart. Like it's
Thank you.
a lot of,
I wanted to try to get you some stuff, you know, so you guys can have some stuff,
well,
but
come and
you
get
know,
it. We'll come and
Yeah,
get
but
it.
I'm gonna see you at
see
the end of the
you.
month, so yeah.
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 I think the timing is perfect for what you're doing, starting it when you did, and just the way everything is happening in the world now with,
Yeah.
just with the transgender, non-binary,
Mhm.
just the whole world of the LGBTQ community. It's just a really necessary, needed product. So
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
I think the timing is great, even though it took you, it was the 15-year span. Sometimes that happens. It's funny because that happened with me too. I wrote a song 16 years ago and I
Mhm.
just won an award for it this year.
Wow, that's
You would
awesome.
think 16 years went by, right? And so
It's crazy,
people
right?
must have forgotten about that song, right? So yeah, like you just, when you're following your passion
Yeah.
and you have to do the day job gig, it is tough, but
Mhm.
when it is your passion, you do it, you find a way to
Yeah,
do
you
it,
keep
make it
going.
happen.
Yeah.
You keep going.
Definitely.
I
And
think too, like what I was saying today, because I was on Instagram a lot today. I don't know what happened. I just fell down the rabbit hole. But
it's very
there,
easy.
it's like, but there were so many people that were literally making an appeal about
Mhm.
how, trans people, LGBTQ community. There right now are like 30 bills that are
Yeah.
looking to like, get rid of the rights of trans people, of
Oh,
LGBTQ people. The
Mhm.
drag community's been under fire. And I think like now is the time for everybody to make their voices the loudest.
Yeah.
yeah,
Community to make
definitely.
so wearing these shirts with pride, literally,
Yeah.
and getting it out there, I think
Well,
it's so important right now.
I really believe that this is really the gist of why I started to do this. Because, back then it was really hard to meet people. Well,
Yeah,
actually, even before that, like when I was coming up in my 20s, which would have been like in the 90s and all that, it's hard to meet people.
yeah,
It's hard to meet.
yeah,
It's hard to meet people. So I used to say like, man, I wish there was like a way that I could just know, like right when you look at somebody,
yeah,
the
yes,
same, the
yes,
same, so
right.
that's kind of like where it started. But
That's
um,
great.
so
Because we were
now
just saying how there's no bars. It's like you can't.
yeah,
Mhm.
I actually met my wife in Henrietta's, and
Oh
Oh,
wow.
yeah, so I just feel like it's really. I wish the bars were still around, like as they were then, but it's just a different time now. But as far as like all the bills that are going through with all that, and you know, I just feel like if everybody would just live their authentic self,
Yeah,
like just live your truth. That's what kind of our
yeah.
motto. Just live your truth, because
And it's a
when
scary
people do
thing.
that, but when
Yeah,
people do
yeah.
that,
yeah,
people that wouldn't necessarily like approve, let's say, approve of, gay people or anything like that, they come to understand, like, you know what, this person, they really are just like me, like
yeah.
Mhm.
they're not gonna, they're of no harm to me,
Right.
so I
I
just feel
mean,
like when
literally,
people
you
just
don't even
live
know.
themselves, like
Right.
then people just kind of come around, they understand, like, you know what, I don't want to say you change their mind, but in a way you do,
You
just
do.
Yeah,
Oh, you
so
definitely do. You
that's really what we're
definitely
all
do.
about,
for sure.
Yeah. We I was talking, I was I was telling Deb before you came, Jay, that Dave the Gay Handyman was around today, do a little prep work. And
Love that.
I can call him that because that's the name of his business. So I'm not being you know, uh politically incorrect. So but we were, having a discussion about how, because we're the same age. We figured that out today. But how like this generation, that is so out there with their social media and their TikToks and their influencers and their Instagram and all that kind of stuff. And they don't have the same fears that we had. And
Mhm.
now,
Right.
because of all this, violence that's projected onto them, you know, like they're kind of getting it a little bit, but
Yeah.
they're using their voice where it took us like a really long time to be able to find it, like to find our confidence.
Yeah.
Right,
And it
right.
always comes from finding your tribe, doesn't it? It's like you
Mhm.
find your people and you have
Mhm.
your game nights and your and your pizza nights and you know whatever. And these are your people, and you forget that there's like a whole outside world out there that may not like you. And for that night, it didn't matter. You know, it doesn't matter
Yeah.
because you're with your people. And that's the reason I think like for pride festivals and drag events and
Mhm.
so that you know these communities that are passionate about their craft and their pride, their literal pride,
Mhm.
you know, can come together and be a part of that. And I just, you know, like I think they're more important, you know, now because of people trying to stop them and take them away and harm them and
Yeah.
disrupt them. Like, you know, it's like it's ridiculous. So yeah, I think having, you know, that shirt that is just enough in your face,
That's what
but
I mean. Yeah.
drawing a whole lot of
It's
attention, you know,
subtle.
not
It's
drawing it
it's
like,
subtle. It's
yeah,
subtle.
it's subtle.
You
It's
know.
so
Originally
clever.
I didn't want to put a rainbow flag
Right.
originally in the logo, you know, because I'm just not like a rainbow type of person, but
Yeah.
you know, I compromised.
But we get it.
Yeah.
You know, like that's the thing.
Yeah.
You do get it. Because, you know, I remember a long time ago having this talk with a friend of mine, and we were saying how you could be walking through Costco, right? And then you see like a dumpy chick in a gray sweatshirt with a baseball hat. And you know, and you guys just do this.
Yeah. 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 You're like, hey.
Mm, yeah.
A
And they do it
dumpy
back and you're like,
sweatshirt.
how did-
She's right. She's dead on, you know.
Yep. It's like you just walk away and go to your wife like, yep, that's one. Yep, yep, that's one, right.
Or yeah, did you see that? Did you see
Yep.
that?
Yep. Yeah. Yes, we do that constantly. And it is so funny. But it would be even better though to be walking by him in one of your shirts and just go,
Here I am.
Yeah, right. Same.
Are-
yeah,
I
I'm
didn't,
looking
I
forward
missed
to
the
that.
first part of the conversation. Are you in stores or are your shirts
Not
on
yet.
in any online stores or physical stores yet?
Just my own online store, but
Uh-huh.
yeah, no. But we're going to look into that.
Yeah.
See what we can do, but there's not really, I mean, what store would I look into? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I really want to stay
Well,
away from any kind of like big corporate stuff, you know?
Yeah,
So
because you never know where they're donating money. That's a tough
right.
way.
Well,
You
like,
do
I
a lot
mean,
of research.
exactly, but like when Pride Month comes around or gearing up towards Pride, then you see all these big corporations with their rainbow stuff. Like
Yeah,
it's so
yeah.
Right.
frustrating. It's so
Right.
frustrating to me. And you know, a lot of our people still they buy it, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
why are you doing that? They
Yeah.
don't care, you know,
Yeah.
they really don't.
It's
So
true.
why
They
not
don't get it.
support a small business? There's a lot of small
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
gay-owned businesses out there that are clothing related, you know?
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, that's what I was
Support
thinking. Like
them.
maybe look into some boutiques in neighborhoods like Wilton Manors down here, and
Yeah, it seems
maybe
like every
someplace up
area
in
has a
P-Town,
gay.
or yeah, like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
boutique like that's that's actually targeted towards the
Yeah.
LGBTQ
Yeah,
community.
there are always like for us it's Brighton, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
down south, down by the beach. It's
Mhm.
and it's extremely gay and very like liberal, and everybody
Mhm.
is, you know, there's rainbow flags flying everywhere, and you know all kinds of events and stuff going on, and
Yeah.
you go there to feel comfortable, you know, on a night
Mhm.
out and stuff. But
Yeah.
you know, locally you're back in your shell and you're working, and it makes sense.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
those days, right, Jay? Like I lived in Coral Springs, I worked in Plantation, but I went out in Wilton Manors, you know,
Exactly.
like you just
Exactly.
know.
Right.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good
yeah,
idea. You know, yeah, we've thought about that. And again, it's just, you know, it takes time. It's like
Yeah.
initiatives, you know?
yeah, logistics are always a nightmare too,
Yeah.
you know, it's
But here's what I'm having a very hard time with. I don't understand why people think that I'm asking them for a kidney or a follow or a like on social
yeah,
media.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
asking you a quick follow. It's not, I'm not asking you for a kidney, really. I don't want it.
Yeah.
It's
So
like you
I
gotta
don't know
come
why
up with
that's so like, so why, what's the deal there? Can
Yeah.
somebody like help me understand that? It's just so
I
funny.
don't get it. And you know,
Yeah.
I'm super fussy about dropping likes because I
Yeah.
know that it affects my algorithm.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
remember we were like, oh my God, my thing is filled with monkeys and babies that are monkeys and
Yeah.
fat babies eating. I'm like, what happened? And my wife was like, it's 'cause you like them when you see them. And it builds an algorithm. I'm like, oh shit. So
I
it was like,
was looking at one little monkey in the Ukraine, and now I get monkeys and lizards because I looked at one lizard and one monkey, and
Yeah.
you know.
I got
That's
like,
funny. Yeah.
You're right. You're
man.
right. You have to be careful what you
Kids.
click on.
Yeah.
got-
I mean,
yeah,
I'm
my
not
whole
totally, yeah, I'm not totally like ignorant to the whole social media thing, but you know, if I didn't have to do it, I probably wouldn't, you
I
know.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Necessary evil,
Dave,
but
yeah, Dave and I were talking about that. Like I said, I'm just like, it pains me, like,
Mhm.
you know, to have to do it and promote myself. And I'm like, ugh, and then you say the words promote myself and it makes me vomit, you know, like just saying it because it sounds so pretentious. So, you know, it's such a catch-22. Like you have to do it, but you don't really like it, but you have to do it. And
Mhm.
you
Mhm.
gotta drop likes and you gotta follow people in order to do this. And it's like, you know, I don't know. I don't know how people are successful, you know.
Yeah.
Do they just are there it's like a part-time job. It's like another
Yeah. You have to spend a
really?
lot of time
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah.
A lot of time.
Yeah,
And the
and I
whole
feel
like,
like I wasted the whole day, you
mhm.
know, like
Right.
fell
Right.
down that stupid hole,
Yeah.
you know, again, fat babies, monkeys, and
Right.
gay
You
things, and
can
I'm like,
definitely go down a rabbit hole, and
yeah,
that's not good. Yeah.
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 But
It's not
I do
good.
notice, like, if you you know, oh, I have a friend that's very disciplined, and she
Mhm.
said to me, and I thought it was the stupidest sentence I ever heard, but she's like, I set an alarm for 30 minutes,
Mhm.
and when it goes off, that's it, no scrolling. That's it.
Wow.
Phone down, phone down.
That's
I'm like,
really, really disciplined.
That is disciplined.
Yeah.
I can't, it was Donna. But
She
it's just my old
doesn't mean
podcast
Donna when
partner.
she's whispering.
Donna. But yeah, it's yeah, I don't have that kind of discipline. I just don't. So, you know, like and you know, I don't think that people even understand, you know, like sometimes we'll go to lunch with a friend or whatever, you know, and like you kind of have your phone down while you're catching up and you're eating and you're
Mhm.
ordering and
Mhm. Mhm.
whatever. And then the conversation, there's a lull. So you got to pick up your phone. And
Right. You can't help it. I know. People
it's
hate
like,
that.
you know, I catch myself doing it. And then I'm like, no, no, put it down. But then I'll take a few pictures of wherever we're at or whatever. And then, you know, put it
Right.
back down. But yeah, it's really difficult to see somebody that like won't give you an ounce of attention
Yeah.
because they're on their phone. Like that's like, pff, that's easy. You're gone.
Yeah.
You're gone.
That is true. That
Yeah.
is true.
But I get it. Like I get that that's how you have to do it. But I was telling Jay was telling Deb about like when we first started, we didn't really have our footing and we were tasting whiskeys and having mixologists on and
Yeah, we were trying different things. Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
trying to figure it out. And you know, we just kind of came together and said, you know, the best thing we can do is shine a spotlight on, you know, small business, new artists, content creators
Absolutely. Mhm.
that need that extra boost because, you know, it's like I don't think, I don't know, Jay, maybe we don't do it to get it back from a business, you know, like we kind of
No,
you know?
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Nor have we gotten anything back. But no, we don't do that. People do that. You're right, for the sponsorship, right? Like,
Yeah.
oh,
I mean,
I'm gonna talk about this toothpaste and they're gonna send me a couple of tubes of toothpaste or whatever.
yeah.
But we really are sincerely trying to shine a light on
yeah,
the game changers in the community, and
Yeah.
you know, particularly the women, but we love the guys too. I mean, we
Yeah.
have had them on as well, but
oh, definitely.
and of
All of
all
them.
things, like authors, comedians, entrepreneurs, people that have products like clothing like yours, and liquors, gin. You had
Yeah, that's
the girl
cool.
from the
Yeah,
gin
yeah.
company on, and
Yeah,
there are
again,
so many
small
people
business,
out
yeah.
there.
Yeah,
that's
Yeah,
cool. I
yeah,
love that.
yeah.
that are game changers.
I feel like it
So-
really is like it's seriously the fucking least we could do. You know?
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Once a week, half an hour.
Get it
Oh, that's
out
nice
there.
At
though.
the very least, we can discuss somebody's projects, you know.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
nice.
But no,
And we can have a life coach.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, life coaching, and we had the lesbian relationship expert.
Mhm.
You know, and it's like all you want to do is, like you said, direct people to just like and follow. You know,
Mhm.
Yeah, because sadly that matters.
You know?
You know?
Yeah,
Sadly
Yeah.
that matters, but it does.
it does.
'cause
But that's
somebody hits
the
your
hope.
page and they look at the first thing, well, how many followers? Oh, that's not enough. Bye. Like, you know,
Yeah,
so it's
Right.
like,
yeah,
well, did you even look at the content? Like, you know,
yeah. But that's, you know, like that's honestly the reason we do it, is to get people to see, you know,
Yeah.
just your page, you know, what you're doing. And you know, that's obviously the way to go. So on Instagram, your Instagram handle is
it's same apparel. That's what it is. Same underscore
same-
apparel.
same
Yeah.
apparel, right? And if they want to buy online, can they do it through Instagram, or do they have to literally?
It'll direct them to my site, which
Okay.
is the same thing, sameapparel.co. It's not .com,
Okay.
because somebody's just holding on to that domain that'll never use
oh
it.
man,
know?
right? I know
So
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
they just won't let it go, but it can be
Not
mine for
using it.
$3,000. Like,
Oh my God. That's
So,
it's
yeah.
honestly, it's better. It's like because like I was like, oh, maybe the M dropped off like in your
Yeah.
email. I was
I
like,
know I'm gonna have problems with that, but it's just we actually rebranded. We were the sameinside.com, but I felt it just needed to, because of the whole Sam thing instead of Sam. I
right.
figured out, you know, we rebranded to Sam Apparel,
Yeah,
so people would try to, it'd be easier for people to get it.
it's great
So
though.
what-
Like I said, it's great stuff. Jay, you'll love it. A lot of black t-shirts.
Oh, I love black. You never find enough black t-shirts. And
I actually have a new one coming out. There's a new one that
Yeah?
we're debuting in Florida, and it's like a throwback style. It's a graphic tee, black, and I love it.
Nice.
My favorite one so far.
Oh, cool.
So yeah,
Are you gonna have a booth at Pride?
Yeah.
Okay.
we have a
Well,
booth.
I will do a shout out for you.
Oh, that'd be great.
During
Yeah.
my set, and I'm playing a set somewhere between 1 and 3. I don't have the time
Saturday.
yet.
On
Okay,
On
Saturday.
Saturday.
All right, cool.
And-
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We're usually right by the stage. We're usually
Oh,
right
even
there.
better.
Oh, great. Awesome.
I'll find you. I'll be by the acai bowls. No, I'm kidding. But here's the thing. This is the most important question for the women of this community. Do they make big sizes?
Yeah, I
Okay.
have not in everything, but I do have 2X, 3X, 4X. And I have these were I probably made these like 6 months ago, 7 months ago, but we have how's that sizing go? Like 22, 24,
Oh, right.
like that. We have 3 different shirts like that. They're V-neck, but you know, you can
Yeah.
check them out.
Cool. That's great. I mean, I'm psyched. I didn't plan.
Yeah, yeah.
I did like a massive shopping bender when I was when I was there in November. It was like I was speaking missile. Like I need jeans, I need shirts. You know, I was just like, no. And I ended up having to buy another suitcase, which always
Oh
happens.
wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
bad.
You went
It
a
was
little
bad.
crazy.
I did because I won big at the casino and I just like
Oh,
spent.
nice.
But
Good for you doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not giving it back. I'm gonna go spend it.
Right.
I'm not giving
Good
it
for
back.
you. That's hard.
But
to
I
not give it
know.
back.
Oh, I know. But yeah. So this time around, I thought, well, you know, like let's make this, you know, a different experience. Like I do love spending time with my mother, even though that's all she wants to do is go to the casino. But it's our thing.
Counts.
It's what we do.
Hey,
But
it counts.
yeah, it does. It does
You're still
count.
spanning
Seriously.
time. It's
I
fine.
keep, you know, like I've given her I've given her homework. I'm like, listen, the month before I come, you better go like 2-3 times a week, bang away, rack up those points. 'Cause I
Aw.
look forward to eating for free the whole time we're there. It's like, I'm on it. But yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be great. And like I said, I can't wait to take some footage and stuff, and we'll piece together.
Oh,
some
yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
for like a Rainbow Remix Pride special.
That's cool.
And,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we go back and talk about everybody. Not in a bad
In
way.
the good way. In the
Not
good
in a
way.
bad way. But so listen, it's been great. Like, I'm so glad that we actually met. I'm so cool. I'm really psyched that
Yeah,
we
it's
see you in
been great.
person.
I appreciate you. The invite, talking to you guys, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's-
we'll definitely direct people to you.
yeah.
Cool, thank you.
It'll be so fun. I'm so glad that we made this connect.
Yeah. When you
I
told me you were
would-
going to Florida, I was like, is it for West Palm or
I
Palm?
know. She dragged it out of me. I'm like, how does she know? Who is this
Right?
wizard? But yeah, it was like, I'm gonna be at Pride too. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Wow. But you're up there in the Northeast, and our girl Lori Michaels is a local singer and dance teacher, and like, she's just the best. So if you get her a shirt, I'm sure she would proudly wear it around town. So I'm
Oh, yeah.
gonna give you that hookup. I'm
Yeah, give me her
I'm gonna send you the studio,
info. Yeah.
the studio name, and you could go to LoriMichaelsMusic.com and you'll see her. She's so cool, and she's been a
Okay,
friend
cool.
since the early 2000s, and
Okay.
she's in the show. She's always she's an amazing performer, but I think she focuses more on teaching little ones to dance now. So
Yeah. Hey,
you
pays
know,
the bills.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
you gotta do what you gotta do as we get older. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it'd be fantastic because she's got such a great fan base always.
Oh,
you know.
cool.
Yeah, so that's my gift to you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
right,
I
Lee.
appreciate anything that anybody can,
Yeah. So
uh,
go. Yeah,
any
we're telling our listeners.
leads.
Go
Yeah.
go follow, go buy.
Yes. And you know what? My niece just started a fashion music blog for South Florida. Since
Okay.
you're going to be at Pride, I'll have her. She's going to do a special Pride edition
Oh,
on her
cool.
blog. Yeah, and I'll
Nice.
tell her to feature some of yours. She'll come over to the booth. She'll be there that day.
Oh, great.
And
Yeah.
She
I
can
can
write
have
something
Joni.
up on you.
Hey,
What's
Joni.
that?
I appreciate that.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is
Yeah, I'll
Joni.
have
Okay.
Joni. Yeah, Joni's gonna. Yeah, she just started it. She just launched it,
How cool is
and
that? She's fun.
she's doing.
Fun.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
fun. She will write something up for you.
Cool.
We'll
I
get you
appreciate
out
that.
there.
We'll
Thank
get you
you.
out there best we can.
Oh, I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Jay, I know you have a television date, so
I do.
and Deb, it was great meeting you, and I
Nice to meet you
hope
guys. Appreciate
meet you
it.
at the
Nice to meet
Pride
you too. I'm so
We'll
sorry.
see
I
you in
was late.
Florida.
Fest. Yes,
Yes.
Stop by our booth.
most definitely. All right, take it
I'll
easy,
be
guys.
there.
Bye.
Bye.
Why do you always run back to the lover you once knew? You're addicted to her touch.
It's like never stop chasing your dreams.
And I confess,
See?
my addiction
See?
is you.
We drank way too
Don't
much
ask me
whiskey.
why I'm here tonight. I had to take this midnight drive to find you. And as I come in through the door, I see her dancing on the floor beside you. Why do you always run back to the lover you once knew? You're addicted to her touch, that's true. And I confess, my addiction is you. you. I turn away to mask the pain, but jealousy reveals my rage and madness. And knowing you can read my mind consumes me in a shameful kind of sadness. Why do you always run back to the lover you once knew? You're addicted to her touch, that's true. And I confess, my addiction is you. You are my drug, my ever-waking need. I got you in my blood. You've got me on my knees. Why do you always run back to the love you once knew? You're addicted to her touch, that's true. And I confess, my addiction is